Hello and welcome to my Cyclone Trap Bioshock guide. So Cyclone Trap is a lot like Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom lets you just directly force push enemies. Cyclone Trap lets you do that, but plant it, so you can put it on the ground and have enemies run into it. You can also just use it at enemies' feet, so for example, there you go. This combos really well with Bloodlust and the Wrench, because you can just keep crowd controlling an enemy. And it also does a little bit of damage. The only downside to it is that if you want to control multiple foes, it'd be much easier to just Sonic Boom them into the corner, and then you can aim where they're going to go, whereas with Cyclone Trap, it's kind of random. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this on a few more enemies and just kind of show it. You might notice that if you have it out for too long, the indicator of where it's going kind of disappears. Alright, so quite a lot of turrets around. Alright, so it does nothing against turrets, and it also does nothing against big daddies. So these are two important considerations, because those are things that you're going to want to use plasmids on, generally speaking. Like, you usually want to bring Electrobolt or some kind of electricity so that you can shock like a turret to disable it. Alright, so here's Cyclone Trap. This is with the Bloodlust build. So it's not bad. I would say Sonic Boom is just better. For sure. Like, there's no reason you would run this over Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom lets you have the enemy on the ground longer. So let me show you the difference. So let's find. Okay, let's find a dude. Should be some guy in here. Alright, so look at how long this is on the ground. Quite a long time, right? Alright, so show the difference. So he's on the ground and whackable for a pretty good duration. The important thing is you have control of him. Like, you can choose where he's gonna go. So that's like the big difference between the two. Auto hack. Okay, so now let's use Cyclone Trap to do a similar thing to this guy right here. Alright, so first of all, it sent him all the way over here. So it's kind of random where they get sent. It's kind of hard to trigger it on two things. It's much easier just to force push these. So it's not bad. You can basically run it the way you would run Sonic Boom, but let's just call it force push because that's basically what it is. But it's more viable to just use Sonic Boom than Cyclone Trap. Both of them do nothing against big daddies. Both of them do nothing against machines. So these are specifically for splicers only, which splicers are a majority. Like, they are mostly what you fight in the game. So the fact that it's like very effective against them is quite good. You actually don't even need plasmids. You can just circle strafe most enemies with the wrench. So just some food for thought. But yeah, so Cyclone Trap isn't bad, but I would say it's much worse than Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom lets you have direct control, lets you easily crowd control multiple foes. Cyclone Trap, it's probably they're about as good as each other against a single foe. So yeah, it's not bad. In 1v1s it's good. In like when multiple foes are in the area and you're fighting multiple foes at the same time, you're better off just using Sonic Boom. Alright, so that concludes my Cyclone Trap video. On the wiki, it mentions some weird strategies that I would say are a complete waste of your time. Like, for example, it says you can kill an enemy in one hit with this ability by knocking them into a trap bolt. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just use a trap bolt. Don't even waste trap bolts on enemies, just shoot them in the head. But if you want to get an enemy to run into a trap bolt, just like set it like this, and just run back behind something. And if it's like a gun enemy, they'll run right into it. If it's a melee enemy, they're already going to be chasing you. Make sure to set it so that you can crouch underneath it, but it still hits a splicer. This is just useful for setting up like perimeters if you really want to. But yeah, that's Cyclone Trap. It's not bad, but it's definitely much worse than Sonic Boom. And both do nothing to Big Daddies and machines, so that's the real takeaway. I would say they're not bad plasmids. Sonic Boom is kind of fun to use. You can push things, like a big group of things. One use of Sonic Boom is you can put a bunch of proxy grenades on an explosive and blast it at a dude. Probably better off just using telekinesis for that, but yeah, that's the end of this one. I'll see you in the next one.